So, the film starts with the girl who was going towards the church in the morning. It was shown that a strange man named Yang was following her, who even comes after her to the church. Another girl was keeping an eye on Yang all along the way, and she was looking at her with hatred. Church hymns were being sung in the church at that time. Yang came and sat among these people and started staring at this girl mysteriously. The girl, out of fear, told this to her friends that a man is following her, after which the hymns ended and everyone started going out of the church. The girl, whose name is Shin, was going out of the church. Yang also started following her again, but at the same time the priest stopped him. The priest says to Yang, "It is the first time that I saw you in the church." The priest takes him to his office and asks him to fill a form so that he can become a member of this church. Now, why would he become a member of this church? To tempt him, priest Sung-min also gifts him a jacket from the church. Meanwhile, he gets a call from someone. It was a detective's call through which the priest receives a heartbreaking news that his wife is having an affair with someone else. Priest expresses his anger by killing an insect. At the same time, it is shown inside that Yang was staring at the priest's family photo in a strange way. As the priest goes inside, Yang tells him that I have filled the form and is about to leave. Hearing this, priest Sung-min becomes happy and starts putting it on his shoes. During this, he sees a tracking device on Yang's feet, which the police put on criminals to track them after they are released from jail. Seeing this, he understood that Yang has committed a lot of crimes in the past. So, while leaving, he tells Yang that the church is for everyone. God loves everyone and forgives them. Everyone should apologize to God and ask for a second chance from him. After he left, when priest Sung-min went inside, he saw that Yang had been tricked. He had not even filled the form. When Yang came out of the church, we saw that Yeon was still staring at him with anger. On the other hand, priest Sung-min also left from here with his wife. On the way they saw that a very big church was being constructed. Priest Sung-min's wife told him that, "Why don't you talk to the chief priest? You have been leading that small church for so many years. Now you should get a chance to lead a big church." On his wife's request, priest Sung-min went to the chief priest, and he came to know that he was getting this big church built for his son. He had chosen his son to be the head priest there. Hearing this, priest Sung-min became very sad, but then he thought that this is also a decision of God. When Sung-min leaves from here, on the way he comes across the son of the chief priest who was having fun with his group at this time. Priest Sung-min congratulates him for Heaven Church. Then he says that to tell you the truth, I have no interest in it. I discuss it to Dad. You deserve to lead that church. But priest Sung-min leaves from here after forbidding him. Here finally we start to know about a girl named Yeon, who was keeping an eye on Yang all the time. Yeon was a police officer, and she used to be very sad because her sister had died, for which she considered herself responsible. Even today, her father was telling her to forget what happened. No one can change destiny. You should move on in your life. But till date, Yeon has not been able to get over it because her sister's spirit scares her a lot, and it makes her realize that you could have saved me, but you did not save me. From the flashback, we come to know the story of Yeon's sister's death, whose killer was none other than Yang, who first kidnapped Yeon's sister and then killed her by torturing. That is why Yeon was after Yang till now. Here in the church, this time priest Sung-min was alone. He prays to him for Heaven Church, asking for forgiveness for his mistakes. That is, he genuinely wished to be the head priest there. But then he gets a call from his wife, and he gets to know that someone had kidnapped his daughter. Priest's daughter used to stay in the daycare all day. So, the priest asks the daycare staff to help identify the kidnapper's appearance. Sung-min wonders who could have done this. His catches the sight of Yang's picture on the printer, which he had taken in the morning, which was lying nearby on Sung-min's family photo. Seeing this, Sung-min remembered that today, Yang was staring at this picture, and at that very moment, the rain intensified. The roof of the church started leaking, and water fell on Yang's picture, due to which his picture started changing into a demon's picture. And Sung-min thought that God had communicated to him in this way, and revealed him about the real criminal. That's why he checks the Yang's record, and finds out that he had a serious criminal background. Now he finds out his address and goes to his house in his car. He sees that he was taking out the digging material from his car in such heavy rain. Shin thought that he has come after disposing of a dead body. Then he thought of his daughter, and he immediately called the police and complained that I suspect that the kidnapper of my daughter is Yeon. He is at his home right now. Please come and arrest him. After a while, Yeon took the car and left from there again, and Seonung, who was standing outside the house, followed him. He was going through the mountains. As soon as he came, he noticed that Shin was following him. That's why he stopped the car and came out and asked him, "Pastor, why are you following me with courage?" Shin got out of his car and, ignoring Yonggun's words, he started checking Yonggun's CR, in which his daughter was not there. Now he looks at Young's feet. There was no tracking device in it which he had seen this morning. Seeing this, he came to know that now even the police will not be able to track him. To save his life, Seong immediately started sitting in his car. Then Young stopped him and a fight started between the two. Young wanted to kill Seong because he felt that Seong has come to know everything about him. In an attempt to save himself, when Seong pushes Young, he falls down from a hill and gets hurt on his head. When Seong goes ahead and looks, he comes to know that Young is dead. He was still shocked to see his death when he got a call from his wife who tells him that their daughter has come home. She wanted to tell him this for a long time, but her phone was busy. Actually, his friend has taken his daughter to his house. Hearing this, Seong-sun gets shocked because he had committed a very big crime. He had killed a person, and there was no forgiveness for this crime. He keeps thinking that God will never forgive him now and then. Lightning flashes here, and he sees a shadow of God from which he understands that God is talking to him, trying to make him understand by communicating with him that he has not done anything wrong. He has just killed a devil, and this has benefited the society. Otherwise, who knows how many people Young would have harmed. Now Seong takes off the jacket given by the church from Young's body and throws it in the water. In the next scene, it is shown that Young had come out of the shock of her sister's death and had returned to her job. But call it her good luck or bad luck. As soon as she comes, she gets the first case to catch Young because Young was missing for 2-3 days, and along with him a girl Shin was also missing, the girl whom we saw in the beginning of the movie. The police tells that all of Shin's friends say this. It is said that they have seen Young following Shin. Young has also broken his tracking device, which is making it difficult to track him. Also, at night, the priest had complained against Yang that Yang had kidnapped his daughter, which means Yang had committed 2 crimes in one night. Now Yan and his team go to search for Yang, and they first search his house, where they see that Yang had made a big picture of Demon Eye on a big wall of his house, and this eye was pulling the souls of humans towards itself. Here we see Seong sitting in the church. He was crying and asking God for forgiveness and saying that please the police should not know anything about this. He had just said this when the police arrived here, which means Yan and his team had come to ask him only that last night you had complained against Yang about your daughter. Here Seong tells half lie and half truth and says, he said that last night he was looking at my family picture in a strange manner. I also knew about his criminal records. That's why I suspected that he has kidnapped my daughter. I also went to his house where I saw that he was taking out stuff from his car as if he had come after disposing of a dead body. But at the same time, I got a call from my wife, who told me that our daughter has been found. Hearing this, I went back home and I don't know what happened after that. Now the officer left after telling them that if you find out anything, then you must tell us. Because for the last 2 days, there has been a police incident in your church. The girl named Shin who came is missing, and only Yong knows about it. Yong, who was watching the whole church, finds the same picture of Yong in the printer on which water was spilled, and she also sees Priest Sing's shoes on which mountain soil was stuck. Well, here we see Priest Sang, who was still feeling very guilty. He now goes to the chief priest to make his confession, where he sees that the chief priest is also very upset because his son had developed friendship with a member of the church, and that girl had uploaded the pictures of both of them on a private website, due to which the chief priest was getting a lot of bad name. That is why he was going to send his son away from here to South Korea. The chief priest tells him that I had dreamt a new and big church for Heaven Church, but my son broke them all. And now I have come to the conclusion that you should be made the lead priest of that church. Hearing this, he became very happy and told him that he should be made the lead priest of that church. He realized that as soon as he killed a devil on God's command, that is, he killed Yong, God gave him such a big church as a gift, and at this time he sees a shadow of God in this church as well. In the police station, we see a psychiatrist who was treating Yong. He tells that Yong has become better to a great extent than before. He was also getting his treatment done regularly, but now I don't know why he made this demonic eye at his house, but it is clear from this that even now his mental condition is not good. Yeon got very angry after hearing this from the doctor. She understood that once again this doctor will save her by making an excuse of her mental condition. Once again, she was saying this because all this had happened earlier in her sister's case. Yeon had killed her sister, but he was not punished because the doctor got her relief by declaring Yeon mentally ill. The doctor also clarified to the court that if they have to catch a criminal, then they should catch Yeon. They caught Yeon's father, who tortured Yeon a lot in his childhood and made him in this condition. Actually, Yeon did not kill Yeon's sister. He only tortured her, but due to the torture, she started fearing Yeon and all men, and to end this fear, she died. While leaving the court, Yeon also told the court that how can the court not punish a criminal by saying that he is ill, but he has committed the crime, right? Seeing his crying and wailing condition, his companions took him away from here. Anyway, the court comes back to the present, and we see Yeon, who meets the doctor again. She tells him that now, once again, they want to save Yeon, but we have to save Shin. Then the doctor says that if you have to save Shin, then you should understand Yeon. Through him only you will get to know about Shin. I am just a doctor and can check the mental condition of people. Here in the church, we see that Shin's mother comes to priest Sayan and asks him for her daughter. She asks him to pray, as Shin's mother's condition was very bad, so the priest himself goes to drop her, and then Shin's mother gets a call from the police, and she is told that they have found Yeon's van. Hearing this, Seong gets a little scared, and he takes Shin's mother to the murder location. Here he was asking strange questions to the police in a nervous manner, like whether any dead body was found there, and such questions due to which Yeon and his companions started suspecting priest Seong. Yoon also understood that the priest knows something because he was the last one to see Yeon. Now priest Seong meets his wife and gives her the good news that he is now going to lead that big church, due to which his wife also becomes happy. But Seong tells her that I have come to know everything about your affair. It is better that we make all our confessions before leading that big church and make a new beginning between them here. An angry and very emotional atmosphere is created, but then these people make a confession to each other and start a new life. During this time, Sayan was taking his wife to a hospital where all the priests' wives pray for the patients so that they get well soon. And here priest Sayan comes to know about a man who was injured last night after falling from a hill and fell into the water, and somehow he was able to bring himself to this hospital by crawling. It was not possible to treat that man in this small hospital. The nurse tells that I have been calling an ambulance for a long time to go to a bigger hospital, which has not yet come here. Sun's wife tells them that we have seen on the way that the ambulance is stuck on the way. Here, Sun thinks that God has saved him once again. God saved him from the big crime that he was about to commit. He now goes to Yong's room to see him. On going to Yong, Sayan hears that even in unconsciousness he was saying the same thing that priest Sayan tried to kill me. Hearing this, he gets scared and suddenly Yong regains consciousness. Sayang was not able to understand what to do. Then he sees angels in the clouds. He considers this also as a sign from God and takes Yong from here and runs away. The police had also received the news about Yong that he was in this small hospital. When the police also comes here, they all get worried to see that Yong was not here at all. Young also saw Sayan's wife here, and she understood that it was definitely Seon who ran away from here with Young, and this was true too. Seon takes him to an empty building and ties him up and tells him that I don't know why God brings me to you again and again. Actually, God wants me to kill you because you are a demon and a danger to the society. Right now, I have tied you up, but whether to kill you or not, I will tell you after God's next message. Now Yong tells Xian that if you kill me, then you will never be able to find Shin. He tells Xian that it is better that you hand me over to the police, and I will tell you Shin's location. Xian was not that stupid. He knew that as soon as Yang leaves from here, he will open his mouth against him in front of the police. In anger, Xian starts beating him and asks him about Shim's location. Seeing this, Yang tells him that I am not the demon. You are the demon. Look at your condition. After all, when Yang does not say anything, Xian leaves from here because he had to go to the church today for Shin. There was a prayer where a lot of people had also come. Here, Yan was now searching about the pastor, and she remembered that yesterday she had seen the shoes of the pastor, which had a lot of mountain soil in them, and it was possible only if he went to the mountains. He must have done something with Younghan in the mountains. Yan remembers that yesterday there was mountain soil on Sayan's shoes, and Younghan also had an accident by falling from the mountains, so there could definitely be a connection between these two. Now she comes out of the church and checks the tires of Seon's car, where mulberry fruits were planted. When she searches about it, she comes to know about mulberry farms where a building was empty, and on going there, she actually finds Yeon. Here, when Seon was praying in the church, while reading the Bible, he got another message from God that Yeon is a demon. Kill him. Hearing this, he gets very excited. On the other hand, Yeon was about to kill Yeon because she had a lot of anger for Yeon in her heart. Her sister's spirit also tells Yeon to kill Yeon, but she is unable to press the trigger. But then Yeon also tells her that Shin is still alive. She beats him up badly to ask, "Where did you keep Shin?" But Yeon tells her that "I will not tell you. You take me to the police. Only then I will tell you this." Meanwhile, Seon arrives here, who attacks Yeon on the head from behind and makes him fall, and then ties him up too. Here, Seon tells him that "You are wrong. There is still time. You surrender yourself to the police. You will get less punishment and Shin is still alive anyway. If we kill him, we will not be able to find Shin." Then Seon tells him that Shin has died long ago, and God has told me this. He is just trying to trap us to save his life. He is trying to save himself by telling that Shin is alive. Although I myself had seen him bringing such things that day, as if he was coming after burying someone's dead body. Seon also comes to know that Yeon had also killed Yeon's sister. Despite this, if Yeon is trying to save Yeon, then definitely a demon has entered inside her as well. He was thinking about these things when Yeon came from behind and attacked Seon. Here, Young-han also helped Yeon. To save Yeon's life, he handcuffed Seon because he had to find out about Yeon from Seon. At this point, a commotion ensues and Yeon's wheelchair starts turning backwards after getting stuck in something, and he rapidly comes down from the building. Yeon saves him, but Chana was also trying to save himself, but the weight was too much. Before falling, he told Yeon for the last time that Shin has been eaten by the one-eye monster, which means that the priest was telling the truth, that God had told him everything and he had killed Shin. Here, Pastor Seon is arrested and he is investigated that why did you catch Yeon and why did you try to kill him twice? Then he tells that I had received such an order from God. Priest shows that Sean was still alive and she was in a house which was being destroyed. While on the other hand, Yeon, who was investigating this case, is told by a psychiatrist about a disease in which people feel strange things, as if those things have some meaning, although those things do not have any meaning. Priest Seon also had the same disease, due to which he was seeing God in everything, and he was considering things as God's order. After this, Yeon remembers the doctor's words that if you want to find Shin, then you have to find Yeon. She asks the doctor about Yeon. The doctor tells her that Yeon's father used to torture him a lot in his childhood. That's why he started seeing demons and everything. They used to keep him in an attic where there was a gold window, which he started believing to be the demon eye. Immediately, she remembers that Yeon had told her that Shin was eaten by the one-eye demon, which means she must be in the same house where Yeon used to live earlier. Knowing this, she immediately calls her backup team and takes them to the houses where Yeon used to live earlier and the house which these people were about to destroy. But before that, Yeon goes there and saves Shin. Shin was in the same attic where Yeon used to live. Finally, after saving Shin, Yeon comes to the priest and tells the priest that we caught Shin alive. Hearing this, the priest is very surprised and tells her that God had told me that she died. Then she tells the priest about her illness. It is connected to the brain, and in this disease, people start seeing meaning in every meaningless thing, and this is what had happened with Seon. She tells him that what you were considering as God's revolutions was just your disease. The disease had not gained much strength yet. Priest Seon also understood his condition, and he also confessed his crimes and decided to stay in jail on his own will, although he could have got exemption due to the disease. In the jail, he again sees the picture of God on the wall, but he starts cleaning the wall because he understood that it is just his disease. While on the other hand, Yeon's problem was that he used to see his sister's spirit, so the doctor tells him that it is not actually your sister's spirit. It is your guilt that appears to you in the form of her spirit. Yeon also understood this, and she removed this guilt from her heart, that she herself is behind her sister's death, and in this way, she also stopped seeing that spirit. And this is how the movie ends here. It is with this lesson that wrong thinking can never be a God revolution. It can never be God's message. Killing someone was a crime for which the priest was serving the punishment, and this is where the movie ends.